I would also like to ask about something that's probably more about Brazil. Maybe other countries have this as well, but currently, Brazil is one of the countries that doesn't have a deal with US for international payment or something along those lines, and I'm not so sure about the terminologies and stuff, but basically the results in streamers here having 30% of all income from Twitch being held by US as taxes and stuff. So besides the cuts that every streamer has, like 50-50, 60-40, 70-30 with Twitch, we also have more 30% cut from us by those taxes, which makes living as a streamer here very, very difficult. Like for median streamers as well, it's already really difficult. So I'd like to know if this is something that Twitch have plans to trying to change, if this is possible at some way, because I know that Amazon has like a presence here in Brazil, which could maybe make us be paid through here and maybe solve those taxes problems, but I'm not so sure. Maybe I'm talking about something that I have no idea about. So that's what I'd like you to talk about if possible.
The issue is not having a presence in Brazil. We have a presence in Brazil. It's about the U.S. tax treaties with Brazil. So for many countries, we do not have to withhold taxes because of the tax treaty that the U.S. has with the other country. Now, I think there are things that by moving to a services agreement that we have been looking into about, what's allowed and what's not allowed. Since it's all very complicated and very legal and very involved with tax, I am not an expert in that. So I am going to not speak about that because it's very easy for me to say something that is slightly incorrect. But this is it basically is an issue with the tax treaties, and we are continuing to look at ways that, where you might not have the withholding.
So it's more a political thing than a
Twitch thing. It's a legal, as opposed to political thing. Mm-hmm. It's a legal thing rather than a Twitch decision. Yeah, it is what we are obligated to do, legally.
Tem mais uma, Mount.
I have a question about ads, so advertisement. Well, you say you work at YouTube, so you know this better than anyone here. That YouTube does a pretty good job on, I call focusing ads to like the right community. So if I'm a car guy and I make content about car something, if a car manufacturer wants to advertise on YouTube, my CPM would be much higher because the right advertisement would be displaying to the right community. Does this happen to Twitch or to Twitch Brazil? And if not, is it something that we're looking forward to?
Yeah. Yes, it absolutely does happen with Twitch Brazil. One of the benefits is of being part of Amazon is we leverage all of Amazon's ad technology. And I think Amazon now has moved to where behind Google and Facebook, they're probably number 3 globally in terms of ad business. It is the case that advertising is different, and it's different on YouTube too, versus say Google search. Okay, Google search in general is your search term is very actionable in terms of an ad. If I'm searching for a digital camera, people know that I might buy a digital camera, and so they pay a lot more for that. Mm-hmm. Okay. YouTube, much like Twitch, doesn't have as much intent at the moment that someone's doing it. So it's a little more about who you are versus what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, a big part of this working, though, is scale. That, in fact, the bigger your ads business, the more ads you can get, and then the more targeted you can get. Which is one reason why, in the long term, being part of Amazon will help us. And as Amazon launches other ads products in Brazil, so for example, I don't know, in the US, I know they've moved to where now they have ads as part of Prime Video. I don't know if they've done that in Brazil yet or not. I expect they will.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, given that they've done that. But that creates more sellers out there. And in general, bigger ad businesses are more efficient because they can find that user, whether it's on Twitch or whether it's somewhere else. Okay. And the biggest challenge for us is we need to get improved what's called fill rate in Brazil. So fill rate is when you run an ad break, how many people actually see an ad?
I'd say like 50% of the stream. I don't know. I have no idea.
It's less than that, I think, in Brazil. It's less than that in Brazil, meaning do we have an ad to show this particular user that when you run the ad break? And the challenge is it just takes time to build a bigger ad business, right? And it's more challenging in Brazil than in North America because the Brazilian market isn't as developed in terms of, and all that. But over time, you keep doing it. And then with the same ad load, you make more money. Because right now, if our fill rate is low, you think people are seeing ads all the time. But in actuality, it may be only 30 or 40% of the people are seeing ads that whole time.
Okay, yeah. So it's a matter of time and like being a part of Amazon ads ecosystem is something that might help Twitch a lot, developing its ads. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,